Have you ever heard of a place where an entire village fell asleep for days? No plague. No poison. No explanation. Just silence and dreams. Let me take you back to October 1902 in southern Oregon, near the town of Klamath Falls. A small, tight-knit settlement, so small it barely made the maps, called Silverpine Village. Surrounded by dense pine forest and tucked beside a quiet river, Silverpine was the kind of place where everyone knew your name and your secrets. But on the night of October 14th, something strange happened. Everyone went to sleep. Not just the usual, good night, see you in the morning, kind of sleep. No. This was deeper. Heavier. Like the village was swallowed by a dreams. The blacksmith dropped where he stood, hammer still hot from the forge. Children collapsed mid-laugh on porches. A farmer was found slumped beside his horse, reins still in hand. Even the animals weren't spared. Every dog. Every cat. Every chicken in its coop, eyes shut. Breathing, yes. But slow. Too slow. For 3 whole days, the people of Silverpine didn't eat. Didn't move. Didn't age. They slept like they were waiting for something. When word reached the neighboring town of Klamath Falls, folks came to check. What they found was chilling. Doors wide open. Fires still burning. Food half-eaten on plates. And inside, stillness. No one could wake them. Slaps. Cold water. Screams. Nothing worked. It was like the entire town had been paused, a village caught in a breath between worlds. But then, on the 3rd night, just before dawn, they woke up. All of them. As if snapped out of a trance. One by one, villagers stumbled out of their homes. Confused. Dazed. Speaking in whispers. They all said the same thing. They dreamed. The same dream. They were walking through a forest made of glass. The moon was too close, hanging low like a silver eye. And from the trees, something called to them. Not in words, but in feeling. Some described it as beautiful. Others, terrifying. But one thing they all agreed on. It didn't want them to wake up. Doctors were baffled. No illness. No chemicals. No sign of anything man-made. Religious folk said it was a curse. Scientists blamed the river or the air. But the strangest part? It happened again. Not to the whole village, but once a year, for 3 years after that, someone in Silverpine would fall into the same deep sleep. One person. Always on October 14th. By 1906, the village was abandoned. Quietly. Almost like no one wanted to talk about what had happened there. Today, Silverpine doesn't exist on maps. Only forest now. But hikers in that region still report a strange feeling around mid-October. A kind of heaviness in the air. Like something watching, just behind the trees. So, if you ever find yourself in southern Oregon this fall, and you feel suddenly tired, too tired to walk, to speak, to blink, you might be closer to Silverpine than you think. Like and subscribe for more videos.